going to show you one of my Auntie Gemma's famous Fraggiolis, which is, in English, it's a rolled up veal olive, they call it. But here we go. We use some nice tender veal schnitzels, and I roughly, they're about 100 grams each, very thin. I use the 100-day-old veal, so it has to be pretty tender. So what I do on my bench, I just roll that, place them more flat. Just like that. Okay. I just grab my spoon. Just put a little bit of garlic on top of them and spread it out. Just like that. I put some chopped parsley. And I use some bacon. Now if the bacon's too big, chop it in half. Just place it on top of the veal. Now you notice in all my cooking, there's always a lot of parsley, a lot of garlic. It's just traditional Maltese way of cooking. Okay, I've got some eggs which I've already boiled. And what I have, I've just got an egg cutter which slices them nice and easy for me. And you just place that on top of the veal. That's it. It's a very, very simple Maltese dish. Once again, you're not going to find this in any Maltese restaurant or Maltese function centre. All my cuisine is basically village cooking, and what you'd find out in village cooking, it's absolutely beautiful in flavours. You tend to lose it when people take these dishes and put them in the restaurants. They become commercialised, and people don't do them the same way as your grandmother or your auntie does it, because these flavours are passed down from one generation to another generation. Okay, so it's just like that. Just put that to the side, and what we do is we just roll them nice and tight. Just like that. Now you'll find that some people might show you that you might have to sit there, tie them up in twining string, but I find I don't have to. I think if I roll them up nice and tight, keep them together in the pan, they stay together, they don't even open up. Just like that. Let's quickly wipe down my bench. Now what I'm going to do is, so that they don't burn too much, we'll put some potatoes. Just like that. We'll put some potatoes on the bottom. We'll put the Fraggioli on top of the potatoes. Just like that. So you can just keep them together. Like that, if you keep them together, I find that you don't have to tie them up with string, or some people might use toothpicks. I find they won't open up at all. Now all you need for the sauce is about 2 tablespoons roughly of tomato paste, some red wine, a little bit of curry powder, about a teaspoon, just for a little bit of flavour, some parsley, give it a stir, and some water, and a little bit of olive oil. Give that a stir. And what I tend to do is just pour it over the veal. Just let it sit like that. I'm just going to add a little touch more water, I think just until my potatoes just get covered. On the top of it, a handful of green baby peas. Some salt. Some pepper, and that's all it is. Doesn't take longer than that. Now that took me a matter of 5 to 6 minutes. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to alfoil it, stick it in the oven, put it in the oven for roughly about 35 minutes at about 220 degrees. Once it comes out, it'll smell divine. The Fraggioli should be ready. Let's pull it out. Now I've had it in there for about 35 minutes. Oh, look at that. As soon as you take the alfoil off the dish, you smell that beautiful flavour coming through. Now what I'm going to do is we put some potatoes on the bottom with some of that salsa. Just like that. Some of those peas. That's it. And what I'm going to do with the Fraggioli, I'll put it on the top. And you notice that they haven't broken down or unrolled or anything like that. They stay together perfectly. So for someone that tells you, look, you must roll them up in string or you put toothpicks in them, as you notice, they stay together. What I tend to do when I'm serving them, I slice it in half so people can see what's inside them. And I just serve it like that. Move this out of the way. This out of the way. Just wipe my plate a little bit. A little bit of parsley. And look how easy that is. Like I said, this recipe is from my Auntie Gemma's. It is beautiful. It's from village to village. And like I say, you cannot ever get this in any restaurant or any reception. If you come to Mandevilla here, you'll see it. It's one of our famous dishes here. We give it to our functions and weddings all the time. I recommend that we use some nice crusty bread. It's beautiful to dip into the sauce. I also use the Cabernet Sauvignon, a nice red glass of wine. Absolutely beautiful. And this time, I'm going to use my knife, use my fingers, because that's what chefs do. That garlic and bacon flavours coming right through. Beautiful.